Welcome back to our channel, my dear friends. Today, we are talking about a simple truth that we often forget. Time changes everything. Look at your own life. The things that once made you cry may not hurt you anymore. The problems that once looked impossible may now be only memories. People you thought would stay forever may no longer be part of your life. And maybe some people you never expected to meet have become very important to you. That is life. Nothing stays exactly the same forever. A bad day changes. A difficult season changes. Success changes. Relationships change. People change. And most importantly, you change. Sometimes, when we are going through a difficult moment, we think it will last forever. We say, "My life will always be like this. I will never feel happy again. I will never recover from this." But that is not true. Think about the problems you had 5 years ago. How many of them still control your life today? Probably very few. At that time, they felt huge. But time moved forward, life continued, and slowly things changed. This is why you should never make a permanent decision because of a temporary moment. If today is difficult, give yourself time. If your heart is hurting, give yourself time. If you failed, give yourself time to learn and try again. If you feel lost, give yourself time to find a new direction. You do not have to understand your whole life today. Sometimes you simply need to keep moving. But there is another side to this message. Good times also change. Your parents will not always be the same age. Your children will grow. Your friends may move away. The moments you call normal today may become beautiful memories tomorrow. So do not spend your whole life waiting for a better future. Notice what you have today. Spend time with the people you love. Enjoy simple moments. Say what is in your heart. Take pictures. Make memories. Be thankful. Because time changes everything, and sometimes we only understand the value of a moment after it becomes a memory. Lesson 1. No difficult time lasts forever. When you are going through a difficult time, it can feel like your whole life has become dark. Maybe you failed at something. Maybe you lost an opportunity. Maybe someone disappointed you. Maybe your plans did not work. Or maybe life simply feels harder than usual. During those moments, your mind may tell you, "This will never change. I will always feel like this. My life will never become better." But remember, a difficult chapter is not your whole story. Think about a storm. When the rain is heavy and the sky is dark, it may feel like the sun has disappeared. But the sun is still there. The storm simply does not allow you to see it. Your difficult days can feel the same. When you are inside the problem, it is difficult to imagine life becoming better. But time keeps moving. Situations change. People change. New opportunities appear. And you become stronger. Think about a problem that worried you several years ago. At that time, maybe you could not sleep because of it. You thought about it all day. You wondered how you would ever get through it. But look at you today. You survived that moment. Maybe everything did not happen exactly as you wanted. But life continued. And you continued too. That is something we often forget when a new problem comes. You have already survived days you once thought were impossible. So when life becomes difficult again, remind yourself, "I have been through hard times before. I can move through this one too." Time does not always remove a problem by itself. You still need to act. You may need to work harder. You may need to make a difficult decision. You may need to learn something new. You may need to ask for help. You may need to start again. But time gives you something important, a chance for things to change. Today, you may not have the answer. Next month, you may see the situation differently. Today, one door may close. Later, another door may open. Today, you may feel weak. After going through this experience, you may discover a strength you never knew you had. Sometimes, the thing that hurts you today teaches you something that protects you tomorrow. Failure can teach you patience. Rejection can send you toward a better opportunity. A mistake can give you wisdom. A difficult experience can teach you what truly matters. You may not understand the lesson while you are going through it. That is okay. You do not need to understand everything immediately. Sometimes you need to say, I don't know how this will change, but I know this moment will not stay forever. Imagine a young man who loses the job he loves. At first, he feels completely lost. He thinks, my career is finished. For several weeks, he cannot see anything positive in the situation. But he keeps moving. He learns a new skill. He applies for different jobs. Months later, he gets an opportunity that is better than the job he lost. Years later, he looks back and realizes something surprising. The moment he thought had destroyed his future had actually changed its direction. This does not mean every painful situation will magically become something wonderful. But it does mean that today's situation is not the final picture of your life. Give life time to move. Give yourself time to grow. And while you are waiting for things to change, keep doing what you can. Take the next step, even if it is small. Do not stop your whole journey because one part of the road is difficult. And please do not compare your difficult season with someone else's successful season. You may see someone smiling while you are struggling. You may see someone achieving things while you feel stuck. But everyone has a different timeline. Your life is still moving, even when progress feels slow. A seed under the ground looks like nothing is happening. But underneath, roots are growing. Your growth can be the same. Sometimes the biggest changes are happening quietly. So be patient, keep working, keep learning, keep believing that your current situation can change. Because it can. Always remember, the pain you feel today may become a memory. The problem that looks huge today may become a lesson. And the person you are today may become much stronger because of what you are going through. Give yourself time. No difficult season lasts forever. Lesson 2. Time changes people too. One of the hardest truths in life is this. People change. Sometimes, the people who once felt very close to you become distant. Sometimes, a friend who understood you before may not understand you anymore. Sometimes, someone you trusted may become different. And sometimes, you change too. This can feel painful. You may ask, why are they not the same anymore? Why did our relationship change? Why do we talk less now? But life keeps moving, and people keep growing through different experiences. New jobs come, new responsibilities come, new relationships begin, new goals appear, and slowly, people can move in different directions. This does not always mean someone is bad. Sometimes it simply means life changed. You should not always force old relationships to stay exactly the same. Some people are part of one chapter of your life. They teach you something. They support you for a while. They help you grow. Then later, life takes both of you in different directions. That can be sad, but it can also be natural. Do not spend all your energy trying to hold on to something that has already changed. Respect the good memories. Be thankful for what the relationship gave you, but understand that not every person is meant to stay forever. At the same time, do not become careless with the people who still love you. Time changes people, but it also changes opportunities to connect. Your parents grow older, your children grow up, your friends become busy. A normal conversation today may become a memory later. So if someone is important to you, show it. Call them, sit with them, listen to them, tell them that they matter. Do not always think, I will do it later. Later can become very far away. Time also changes the way you see people. Someone you once disliked may later teach you something. Someone you once trusted deeply may disappoint you. Someone you never expected to become close to may become one of the most important people in your life. This is why you should not judge every person too quickly. People can grow. People can learn. People can become better. And yes, some people can also become worse. Give people a chance to change, but also pay attention to their actions. Do not only listen to words. Watch how they treat you over time. Real change is shown through behavior. You should also allow yourself to change. Do not feel guilty because you no longer enjoy the same things. Do not feel ashamed because your goals are different now. Maybe you once wanted a busy life, but now you want peace. Maybe you once wanted many friends, but now you value a few true ones. Maybe you once wanted to impress everyone, but now you only want to live honestly. That is not weakness. That is growth. Time teaches you what matters. It shows you which people are real. It shows you which relationships are strong. It shows you what kind of person you want to become. Sometimes, losing a connection teaches you to value the right ones more. Sometimes, distance teaches you who truly makes an effort. Sometimes, change teaches you to stop chasing people who no longer want the same relationship. And sometimes, time brings people back in a better way. A young woman had a best friend in school. They spoke every day. They shared everything. Later, they moved to different cities. Their lives became busy. Slowly, they stopped talking. For years, the young woman felt sad and thought the friendship was over. Then one day, they met again. Both had changed. Both had grown. They were not the same people anymore. But instead of trying to become exactly like they were before, they accepted the new version of each other. The friendship became different, but still meaningful. That is an important lesson. Not everything needs to stay the same to stay valuable. Sometimes love changes, friendship changes, people change, and you change. Do not be afraid of that. Always remember, time does not only change situations, it changes people, relationships, priorities, and even the way you see life. Learn to value the people who stay, release the people who must go, and allow yourself to grow into someone new. Lesson 3. Time changes what you think is important. As you grow older, your priorities begin to change. The things that once looked very important may not feel important anymore. When you are younger, you may care a lot about what people think. You may want everyone to like you. You may want expensive things. You may want attention. You may want to prove that you are successful. But with time, you begin to see life differently. You start understanding that peace is more valuable than attention. Good health is more valuable than showing off. A few real people are more valuable than many fake relationships. And a peaceful mind is more valuable than trying to impress everyone. Time teaches you what truly matters. You may spend years chasing something and later ask yourself, Why did I give this so much importance? Maybe you were worried about one bad comment. Maybe you were trying to compete with someone. Maybe you wanted something only because other people had it. But after some time, those things stop feeling so important. This is why you should be careful about what you give your energy to today. Ask yourself, will this still matter 5 years from now? If the answer is no, maybe it does not deserve all your stress. Not every argument needs your attention. Not every opinion needs your reply. Not every problem deserves your whole day. Time helps you understand this. You also begin to value simple things more. A peaceful morning, a healthy body, a good conversation, dinner with family, a true friend, a quiet evening. These moments may look normal today, but later, they can become the moments you miss the most. That is why you should not wait for a big success before enjoying your life. Enjoy what is already good. Be thankful for the ordinary days. One day, those ordinary days may become your favorite memories. Time also changes your definition of success. At first, success may mean money. Later, it may mean freedom. At first, success may mean having a high position. Later, it may mean having time for yourself. At first, you may want a very busy life. Later, you may simply want peace. There is nothing wrong with changing your definition of success. You are learning more about yourself. Your values are becoming clearer. Do not keep chasing an old dream only because it once looked important. Ask yourself whether it still fits the person you are today. Maybe your goals need to change. Maybe your lifestyle needs to change. Maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you need to spend more time with the people you love. Changing your priorities does not mean you failed. Sometimes it means you became wiser. A man spent many years trying to earn more money. He worked late every night and rarely took a break. He thought success meant having the biggest house and the best car. Then one day, he became sick and had to stay home for several weeks. During that time, he spent more time with his family. He laughed with his children. He ate dinner with them. He realized how much of life he had been missing. His goals did not disappear, but his priorities changed. He still worked hard after he recovered, but he stopped allowing work to take everything from him. He finally understood that success was not only about what he owned, it was also about having time to enjoy the life he had built. Always remember, time changes what you value. The things that impress you today may not matter tomorrow. So protect your peace, value your people, and give your time to the things that will still matter when the years have passed. Lesson 4. Time changes pain into strength. Some pain feels impossible when you are inside it. A breakup, a failure, a rejection, a loss, a mistake. At that moment, you may feel like the pain will stay forever. You may think, I will never feel normal again. I will never trust again. I will never recover from this. But time has a quiet power. It does not always remove the memory, but it can change the way the memory feels. The same event that once made you cry may later become something you can talk about calmly. The same failure that once made you feel weak may later become the reason you became stronger. The same rejection that once hurt your heart may later guide you towards something better. This is how time works. It slowly changes pain into understanding. It changes confusion into wisdom. It changes weakness into strength. But you also have to help the process. Do not keep opening the same wound every day. Do not keep checking the past. Do not keep asking why something happened if there is no answer. Sometimes healing begins when you stop trying to rewrite yesterday. You accept that it happened, you take the lesson, and you begin moving forward. This does not mean forgetting. It means remembering without allowing the memory to control your life. You may still feel sad sometimes. You may still miss someone. You may still wish things had gone differently. That is normal. Healing is not a straight line. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel the pain again. Do not think that one difficult day means you are back at the beginning. You are still healing. You are still growing. Give yourself time. You should also understand that pain can teach you things comfort never could. It can teach you who truly stands beside you. It can teach you what you will never accept again. It can teach you how strong you really are. It can teach you to value peace. It can teach you to protect your heart wisely. Sometimes the strongest version of you is created after a season you never wanted. A young man once failed in a business he had spent years building. He lost money and confidence. For months, he felt ashamed. He thought his life was finished, but slowly, he began to understand what went wrong. He learned about money. He learned about people. He learned about his own mistakes. Years later, he started again. This time, he made better choices. The failure that once broke his confidence became one of his greatest teachers. The event did not change, but he changed. And because he changed, the meaning of that event changed too. That is the power of time. Always remember, time may not erase every painful chapter, but it can change what that chapter means. What hurts you today can become the strength, wisdom, and courage you carry tomorrow. Lesson 5. Time reveals what is real. Time has a special way of showing the truth. In the beginning, everything can look good. A friendship may feel strong. A promise may sound beautiful. A new opportunity may look perfect. A person may say all the right words. But time shows what is real. Words can impress you for one day. Actions show the truth over many days. This is why you should not rush to trust everything immediately. Give people time. Give situations time. Give yourself time to understand what is really happening. Some people enter your life and seem very caring at first. They call you. They support you. They make big promises. But when life becomes difficult, they disappear. Then there are people who may not speak much, but they stay. They help quietly. They remember small things. They support you when there is nothing to gain. Time helps you see the difference. A real relationship becomes stronger through difficult moments. A fake one often becomes weaker when there is no benefit. That is why you should watch patterns, not only moments. One kind action is good, but repeated kindness shows character. One apology is good, but repeated change shows growth. One promise sounds nice, but keeping promises over time builds trust. Time reveals character. It also reveals your own desires. Sometimes you think you want something very badly. A new job, a relationship, a big goal, a certain lifestyle. At first, you are very excited. But after some time, you may realize that it was not really right for you. That does not mean you failed. It means you learned. Time gives you a clearer view. It removes some of the excitement and helps you see reality. This is why you should not force every decision too quickly. Some answers become clear only with time. You may be confused today. That is okay. You do not need to solve every question immediately. Keep watching. Keep learning. Keep living. Clarity often comes when you stop trying to force it. Time also reveals who truly values you. When you are successful, many people may come close. When you have something to offer, people may smile. But difficult seasons show who stays. When you are struggling, watch who checks on you. Watch who listens. Watch who helps without asking for anything. These people are valuable. Do not take them for granted. At the same time, do not become bitter when some people leave. Sometimes their leaving gives you important information. You learn who was there for the moment and who was there for you. That lesson can save you from future pain. Time also reveals whether your habits are helping you. A bad habit may feel harmless today, but repeated for years, it can create a serious problem. A good habit may feel small today, but repeated for years, it can completely change your life. This is why daily choices matter. Time makes small things bigger. A few minutes of practice every day can create skill. A little saving every month can create security. A little neglect every day can create distance in a relationship. A little dishonesty repeated often can destroy trust. Time does not only reveal things, it also multiplies them. So be careful about what you repeat. You should also learn to be patient with people who are truly trying to change. Real change is not shown by one emotional speech. It is shown by new behavior repeated over time. If someone says, "I have changed," do not only listen, watch. Are their actions different? Do they keep their word? Do they respond better? Do they make better choices? Time will answer these questions. The same is true for you. Do not only say, "I want to become better." Show yourself through your habits. Give your growth time. Do not expect one good day to completely change your life. Build a new pattern. Let time prove who you are becoming. A young woman once had two friends. The first friend always spoke beautifully. She said, "I will always be there for you." But whenever the young woman had a real problem, that friend was busy. The second friend was quieter. She did not make big promises. But when the young woman became sick, she visited her. When she lost her job, she called her. When life became hard, she stayed. After several years, the young woman understood something important. The first friend had given beautiful words. The second had given consistent actions. Time had shown her which friendship was real. Always remember, do not rush to judge everything by one moment. Give people, situations, habits, and even yourself time. Time has a way of revealing what is true, what is strong, and what is worth keeping. Lesson 6. Time can change you into someone stronger. The most powerful thing about time is not only that situations change, you change too. The person you are today is not the same person you were 5 years ago. You have seen more. You have learned more. You have made mistakes. You have faced difficult moments, and all of these experiences have changed you. Sometimes you may not notice your own growth. You are too busy looking at what is still missing. You think, "I am still not where I want to be." But look back for a moment. Maybe you are more patient now. Maybe you are less afraid. Maybe you understand people better. Maybe you make better decisions. Maybe things that once broke you no longer have the same power. That is growth. Time teaches lessons that no book can fully teach. It teaches you that not everyone will stay. It teaches you that some plans will fail. It teaches you that you cannot control everything. It teaches you that peace is important. It teaches you that your health, your family, and your time are more valuable than many things you once chased. And slowly, You become wiser. But becoming stronger does not mean you become cold. It does not mean you stop caring. Real strength means you learn how to care without losing yourself. You learn how to help without destroying your peace. You learn how to forgive without forgetting the lesson. You learn how to love people without depending on them for your full happiness. These lessons take time. You also become stronger when life forces you to begin again. Maybe something did not work. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe a dream changed. Starting again can feel painful. But sometimes, starting again creates a version of you that never would have appeared if everything had stayed comfortable. You learn new skills. You meet new people. You discover new strength. You understand that losing one path does not mean losing your whole future. There can always be another direction. Time also teaches you to stop proving yourself to everyone. When you are younger, you may want people to notice you. You want approval. You want to show everyone that you are doing well. But with time, you begin to understand something. Peace feels better than attention. You stop explaining every decision. You stop arguing with everyone. You stop chasing people who do not value you. You begin choosing a quieter kind of success. A success that feels good inside, not only one that looks good outside. This is maturity. And maturity does not arrive in one day. It is built slowly through experience. You should also allow yourself to outgrow old versions of yourself. Maybe you once believed something that you no longer believe. Maybe you once had habits that no longer fit your life. Maybe your dream has changed. That is okay. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to become someone new. You are allowed to leave behind the version of yourself that no longer helps you. Do not feel guilty for growing. Growth sometimes creates distance between you and your old life. But that distance may be necessary. Time also teaches you patience. You begin to understand that not every answer comes quickly. Some things need months. Some things need years. Some relationships need time to become strong. Some goals need time to become real. Some wounds need time to heal. You stop expecting everything immediately. You begin trusting the process more, and this makes you calmer. Imagine a young man who was very impatient. He wanted success quickly. He became angry when plans failed. He trusted people too fast. He made decisions without thinking. Years passed. He experienced failure. He lost money. He trusted the wrong people. He made mistakes. But instead of becoming bitter, he learned. He became more careful, more patient, more focused. 10 years later, people said, "You have changed so much." And he smiled, because they were right. Time had changed him, but more importantly, he had allowed his experiences to teach him. That is the real gift of time. Time will pass anyway. The question is, what will you become while it passes? Will you repeat the same mistakes? Or will you learn? Will you stay angry? Or will you become wiser? Will you keep chasing things that do not matter? Or will you start building a life that truly means something to you? Time changes everything, but one of the greatest changes can happen inside you. Let every year make you wiser, calmer, stronger, and more grateful than the person you were before. My dear friends, before you leave, remember this. Time changes everything. The pain you feel today will not always feel the same. The problems that look huge today may become small memories tomorrow. People will change. Relationships will change. Your priorities will change. And you will change too. So if you are going through a difficult time, do not lose hope. Give yourself time. Keep moving. Keep learning. Better days can come. And if life is beautiful right now, do not become so busy that you forget to enjoy it. Spend time with your family. Appreciate good people. Enjoy simple moments. Say what you need to say. Because today's ordinary moments can become tomorrow's precious memories. Do not be afraid of change. Let time teach you. Let experience make you wiser. And let every chapter of your life help you become a stronger and better person. If this video touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Before you go, write this in the comments. Time changes everything. Whatever you are facing today, remember, this moment is not forever. Keep going, keep growing, and trust that life can look very different with time. I'll see you in the next video.